222 days. Guys, it's been 222 days since I posted my very first AMC video, and it's clear that this community has grown exponentially since then. I mean, we've seen almost everything happen. We've seen all of these questions answered, but the one that remains is, will AMC stock squeeze? Is the AMC stock short squeeze guaranteed to happen? So let's discuss that a little bit in this video, because there's only one scenario in which the shorts do not have to cover. Now, knowing that, it's a very, very unlikely scenario, and in all honesty, I don't foresee that happening. So the only thing that remains is, how high will AMC stock squeeze during the AMC stock short squeeze? So let's discuss all of this, and of course, if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. All right, guys. I know we've been here a very long time. I can see it that a lot of people are getting tired. They've been holding AMC for a very long time, and even if you got in a little late, you've been here since June or so, it's daunting because your portfolio has been red for quite some time, and it begs the question, is AMC guaranteed to squeeze? Now, we need to answer this in a couple of different ways. So first, you need to understand what a short position is. So when a institution or a person goes out and shorts a stock, they're betting on it to the downside. And they do that by borrowing it from somebody else and then selling it to a third party with the obligation to buy that stock back later and return it to the party that they borrowed it from. Now, knowing this, the only way they do not have to return that borrowed share to the institution or the person that they borrowed it from is if the underlying company goes bankrupt. Now, we know that AMC was facing bankruptcy in 2020 and early 2021. The stock price was around $2 per share. The balance sheet was looking horrible. Revenue was very low. But things are improving, and things are improving drastically. AMC's got roughly $2 billion of liquidity. Yes, they still have a lot of debt outstanding, but those current debt obligations aren't even due until 2023. Their revenue is growing. Fundamentally, I don't want to say that AMC is doing excellent, but fundamentally, AMC is without a doubt improving. I mean, we've seen the numbers on the new Marvel movie that was released over the weekend. It's breaking records. AMC is definitely doing good at this point, and I don't think it's something that we have to worry about AMC going into bankruptcy. Even if we were to see some closures, okay, and you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Even if we were to see AMC stock unable to generate revenue for a while, their debt obligations aren't coming due until 2023, and even then, they've done a very good job at negotiating their debt, and I'm sure they would be able to do the exact same thing if another situation arose. So that basically takes off the books any situation or any scenario in which the short shares would not be obligated to cover. So knowing that and moving forward with that assumption that the shares will be covered, it guarantees one thing. It guarantees that the shorts will be covered. It doesn't guarantee a time frame in which the shorts will be covered. It doesn't guarantee a price on how high AMC stock will go when the shorts are covered. So let's talk about that right there. Now, time frame. A couple different things can happen in order for the time frame to be established. One, the shorts or the hedge funds that are shorting AMC stock are margin called. Now, this only happens if the risk to the lenders increases. There's a couple ways for this to happen. It's the price to rise, and of course, you guys know how to increase the price. All we got to do is make sure we get one of two things: more buying pressure or less selling pressure. And yes, I understand that all of the apes are diamond handing, they're holding, but apes are not the only owners of AMC stock. There are plenty of day traders that are attracted to the volatility who love to buy and sell AMC because of the wild price swings, and they're making a lot of money doing it, but they are hindering the short squeeze and they are hindering the price when it runs up, and then they create that selling pressure again. So a rising price very low volume, which would restrict the supply, and potential, that increases the risk, right? And then the potential for all of these different new rules and regulations that we see, but I wouldn't rely too much on that. I mean, we've seen time after time after time that somebody was calling the margin call or somebody was calling the short squeeze because of a new rule that was taking place, because of a new rule that was taking place, because of a new rule that was taking place. No, the video didn't skip there. It's just we've seen this thing week after week. It's the same story week after week, and it never comes true. So I wouldn't rely on a new regulation or a new rule to cause it. I would look at extremely high prices or extremely low volume to be very high risk factors for the lenders out there. Now that would drive them to margin call AMC, and that would guarantee the short squeeze. Now the other situation is hedge funds willing to cover the stock. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because I hear the question all day long, why don't they just cover now? Why don't they cover their short positions now instead of waiting until the price goes to $100 or $400 or $8,000 per share and so on? Why don't they just cover when it's $40? Simple. They don't believe that AMC stock is worth $40, and all they have to do is outlast us, and then the price goes back down to its fundamental value. Now, you guys all know that Chad says that AMC is worth $6 per share, but there's other people out there that would say that AMC is worth much less, and I don't know. I feel like Chad might be giving it a generous valuation at that $6 if it were to reflect its actual book value. But that's something we don't have to worry about. That's what the hedge funds are looking at. That's what they're banking on, and that's the reason they are not covering. So yes, they will kick the can down the road as long as possible. They're not going to willingly cover if the volume remains high, and it'll only take them a day to cover all of their short shares, and if the price remains relatively low. You say, what in the world is relatively low, Clay? We're trading 20 times higher than we were back in January, and you would have definitely thought that this would have short squeezed by now based on the prices that we're seeing. Guys, hedge funds have a lot of money. They have access to a lot of money, and they can cover their losses on one stock simply by selling a profitable stock that they have in another portfolio or so on. They have access to money. So they're able to kick this thing down the road as long as they want until they finally get margin called. So here's the deal. With them unwilling to slowly cover the stock, this thing is likely to play out for quite some time. If you're tired, rejuvenate. If you don't think that you can hold any longer, ask yourself why. Do you need the money now? What is it doing that you won't be able to hold on to your shares of AMC and get tired knowing that the potential is absolutely unlimited? Because here's the beautiful thing about AMC and the mother of all short squeezes. It's that when they do either one, decide to cover on their own because the price is getting too high and they don't want to be associated with that risk, or the lenders finally margin call the stock. When it happens, you and I are going to be the only ones that limit the price that AMC can go to. When it happens, if we hold out, we're still holding, we're still just as fresh as we were on day one, 222 days ago. We control the price because we own the supply. Now, I did say that AMC, the shorts are guaranteed to cover, unless, of course, AMC goes bankrupt, but that's not going to happen, right? So they are guaranteed to cover, but the price is what everybody wants to know. The actual squeezing of the price higher depends on me and you. And there's no price that's guaranteed in this situation because it all falls down on how long we can resist the temptation to finally sell AMC and book our profits. The longer we wait, the higher the squeeze. Now, it's guaranteed that the shorts cover, but there's no price target that is guaranteed. So please keep that in mind, and please share this video with as many people as you know holding AMC so that they're more willing to hold out and see these higher prices instead of saying, oh man, AMC squeezed to $500 per share. Let's book the profit now because we don't know what's going to happen. We control the supply. Therefore, we control the price. Now, guys, I want to know down in the comments below if you are just as rejuvenated, you are just as fresh as you were on day one, or, if you need some encouragement, because that's exactly what we're here for, is to encourage each other to keep holding this stock, encouraging each other that this is our chance for life-changing money, and encouraging each other that the AMC Stock short squeeze is imminent and we are ready to go. Now, guys, if this red button is still red, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Webull, an excellent brokerage account. If you have yet to trade any stock, or if you're just looking for another broker, all you got to do is use the link in the description below for Webull. Sign up, deposit $100, and you're going to get a couple free stocks just for doing so. It is super simple, and you're not going to regret it. Buy those stocks, keep those stocks, or sell those stocks, keep those stocks, whatever you want to do. They are your stocks. ClayBro883 on Twitter and on Instagram. And if you do share this video somewhere, make sure to tag me almost anywhere at ClayBro883. I would love to follow you guys back. And of course, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.